Campaign 2018 team coverage continues right now with the voting problems you have been reporting to us on the Channel 3 app.
Channel 3's Roger Suzanne tracked down these issues, and he's joining us now live in Meriden to show us what's gone wrong so far today. Roger?
Well, you know, Denise and Dennis, we saw issues pop up as early as 6 a.m. right when the polls opened. In fact, a poll worker at a location in Hartford struggled to get the ballot box open, which caused about a 20-minute delay. But the biggest issue by far we've seen so far is happening at this polling place in Meriden, and it's already impacted several hundred voters.
It is our civic duty.
Celine Fiderio had to work just a little bit harder for her I voted sticker today because of an issue at her polling place, the Upper New Life Church in Meriden. When Celine arrived, she was told by a poll worker that she was not on the list of voters provided by the registrar of voters.
They said that I wasn't on the list, that they only had, I don't know, they had some confusion about the list.
And Celine was not alone. Get this, according to the moderator at the polling place, Josh Brookstra, several hundred voters were not on the list, which they learned early on was far from complete. Brookstra says many were understandably frustrated.
They get concerned because this precinct's pretty stable, not a lot of people move in and out, so they're like, what happened?
Brookstra says nearly all of the voters, including Celine, who weren't on the registrar's lists, were part of a second master list provided by the town, so they were able to cast a ballot.
I didn't understand how that could be, so I was glad to hear that at least they told me to go in and that I'd be on that list.
But a handful of voters had to go to the registrar's office to register, and the list issue did cause delays of around 10 minutes. And as we get closer to 8 o'clock when the polls close, Brookstra fears the issue will slow things down even more. But he insists they will accommodate everyone.
Bear with us, be patient. If you come out to vote, we will make sure you can vote.
And now we've just had a positive development with this situation. Just within the last 15 minutes or so, a representative from the Secretary of the State's office actually hand-delivered 4 copies of a more accurate and complete list. So this issue should be resolved before the polls close at 8 o'clock, before the big surge in voters. The Registrar of Voters office was pinning the blame for this issue on the state, saying that they had provided an incomplete list. But the Secretary of the State's office says that's not true, that they had just simply printed out the wrong list. No matter who's to blame, though, apparently this issue has been resolved happily. Reporting live in Meriden tonight, I'm Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.